Hi guys, welcome to this PowerApps tutorial. Today I want to show you how you can sort items in PowerApps in an alphabetical order in either an ascending or descending manner. We do have a table control in PowerApps that does it, but sometimes it just doesn't work. And I know some of you must have had this frustration. So today I'm giving you a way out and a different approach on how to get this to work. Let's dive in. So in PowerApps here, I can see my table control here, and usually the table control is able to, sort items. So I'm going to hold down my option key and I'll try sorting the items. And you can see it's not working. I'll do same for the full name column. It's not just working. It blinks, but I think there's a bug with the control or something, or probably the control is unstable. So let me show you a different approach on how I can get this to work with the same features. So I'll go over here. So right here, I still have my list here, which is connected to a SharePoint list. And you can say this is the SharePoint list that the app is connected to, or that gallery. I'll come to this empty container here that I have created. This is usually the headers for the column names. So instead of just plugging in the text controls, I would plug in a horizontal gallery. I'll just do a search for a gallery here, then select the horizontal blank gallery. Then when this comes up, select inside of that, then add a button, the modern control button. Okay, then I would arrange this properly. I will set the width to parent.template. So I am doing template width because we are in a gallery. For just on a normal screen, we'll do template.width. Then for the height, I would set it to parent.template height. Then I'll also adjust the X property and the Y property as well. Good. So now it's there. So now we can see 4 buttons. That's because in Power by default, when you add a gallery, it gives you a collection that has 4 records. So good. So secondly, I will need to take care of the scroll bar. So I can take out the scroll bar by doing this. I will go into the template size. I want the template size to be dynamic, and the template size basically stands for the width for each items in the gallery. So I could say self.width divided by self.all items count. So what this will do, it's going to distribute the template of the gallery equal to based on the size or the width of the gallery. So, and lastly, I'll need to take out the list padding and set that from 5 to 0. And you can see the scroll bar is out. Next, I'm going to plug in an array that has the names of my columns that I want to see. So I'll go into the items property now. All right, guys, so I just inserted an array of objects, and it has 2 major keys, the column name and also the display name. So the column name would be matching names with the SharePoint columns. Whatever names you have for the columns you want to see coming from the SharePoint, you need to have those here. Then the display name, I just added. It's not really compulsory you had a display name, but I could or may want to customize the names on the display of the buttons for the headers. So let's say for this, I don't want the name to be employee ID. I want it to be employee number. Okay, so I'll be able to do that. But the name on this one needs to match whatever is coming from the SharePoint list. And also take note that I have spaces on some of them. It's because that's how the column has been designed on SharePoint. So on SharePoint, I have my full name column there's a space in my full name column and also my job title. That's why over here, I have spaces here and here as well. Okay, so that's the first step. Now, the second step would be to map whatever is being selected and save that into a variable. So let's do that. So I'll go into the onSelect of my gallery, and I'll say set var selected column. Okay, and I'll say this would be this item dot column name. Okay, then after that I will add another variable to store or toggle the sort order. So I'll say var sort order. Okay, and I'll say if var sort order is equal to sort order dot ascending, I want to change that to sort order dot descending. Okay, else I want to make that sort order dot ascending. So this is a simple trick that is going to toggle the sort order state whenever I click on the header. So this is the second step. Now the last step would be to add the sort by columns on the items property of the gallery, so it has this effect. So we'll take note of the two column names. All right, so now I will come here to my button text, then I'll say the text should be this item dot display name. So now you can see this is bringing data from the collection that was added to the gallery. So now on the gallery here, I would say I'll use the sort by column function. Okay, and first it asks for the source, which is the user's list. Then next it's asking for the column. And the reason why I'm using this function is because this type of sort function uses strings to map the columns coming from the SharePoint list. So since I already have my data stored in an array, in a string format, all I just need to do is to reference that variable, and that is called var selected column, right? Then the last parameter would be to add the sort order. So since I already have my sort order in a variable as well, I could just target var sort order. And that's all. Now let's run and see how this works. Let's test this out. So we can see when I click on the employee number column again, you can see the data gets sorted instantly in descending order. When I click again, it gets sorted in ascending order. Now I'll try same thing for the full name. Now the full name gets sorted descending order. When I click again, it gets sorted in ascending order, and we can do this for all columns. All right, guys, so right now the last feature we want to add is to display the sort icon to know which column we are currently selecting on. So to do that, I'll come into my button here and I will make use of the icon feature. Only the modern control button has this feature for now. So when I click on any of this, for example, you can see this adds an icon to it, and I'll change this layout to after because I want that to be in front of that. So that's not a sort icon. I would select this and search for sorts, and I should use, this is the icon I want to use, but I want to be able to toggle this icon based on what is selected. So the way to do that, I would expand this back. I would click on layout. Then if this is changed to text only, just this text shows up. So I can toggle around this feature based on whatever I selected. Or I'd say if this item dots is selected, then so when it's selected, I want to see the toggle icon, right? So I'll paste this and I'll say I want to see icon after. Good. Else I want to see text only. Exactly. So this will help us to toggle the column that is currently being selected. So let's see that in action. Let's test. So you can see on the full name, the icon switches over. So guys, that's it for this quick tutorial. I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.